So the witness lived deep within the Virginia woods, where the trees were so close they pressed against the house, and nighttime came quietly. The home was old, but it didn't look as old as it was, and it had actually been updated multiple times throughout time. But one thing about this house was it had an untouched fireplace that had been closed off completely. The witness was awake and completely by themselves and sitting in silence when they heard their name spoken out loud, and it came from the fireplace. It said their name once. It was only spoken, not shouted, as if you were calling someone from another room. The witness froze so they could listen, but at that moment, the house had gone completely silent. At first, they tried to convince themselves it was probably exhaustion or maybe the sound of wind from outside traveling through that old fireplace. But then it started happening at the same time every night, and it would always say their name. So every time this would happen, the witness always checked to make sure everyone was asleep. No one had their phones, there were no radios on, no television, nothing. It was always complete silence, and it just didn't make sense. And then one night, someone else also heard it. Another adult, a member of this person's family, was also awake at the same time when this usually happens. They heard this voice and they heard this person's name being called. So they came out of their room and they asked, well, what was that? The witness says to them, what did you hear? And this person says, why did somebody just call your name? The witness pointed to the fireplace, and they both just kind of stared at each other, and the witness asked, well, describe to me what it sounded like, and it sounded just like it always had. Since then, this person has actually heard the same thing. They have heard this voice call their name, but it has never done it again when somebody else is awake in the house. So in your opinion, what do you think it is that's calling to this person?